It's almost like you had to do that thing that you called me over for.
At least you showed up.
You're never gonna stop holding that over me, are you?
Absolutely not. It did play Minecraft during it. Absolutely not.
I wasn't actually playing it. I was
Uh-huh.
just sitting there, like walking around while I
Uh-huh.
was listening to you.
Sounds like playing it to me.
I was just kind of walking back and forth, not paying attention. That's why the creeper snuck up on me.
You guys.
Yeah?
One.
Saying like you
Attackers
guys in this
incoming.
Discord,
Oh.
I swear.
Defend objective A.
Thought you were gonna say you guys or something, or you guys did really well in those games last time. I'm so proud of you.
I mean, I'm always proud of you. I'm always proud of you guys. You did do well. Um, so did we really start on defense? I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we were working on the Tracer Hanzo, but it would have been incrementally, just exponentially hard on Volskaya defense. So we opted for double sniper because it's the same concepts, the same thought, right? Um, Patience, like that was the topic all night, was just patience and really waiting on letting your win conditions happen and doing what we need to do to allow our win conditions to happen. And then double sniper is literally keep your snipers alive until they hit shots. And we have like so we have Reinhardt here, right? He's the point presence. If they want to take the point, they have to dislodge him. Until then, like there is like until then they can't cap point. Um, and if we lose our Reinhardt, it's essentially snipers better make all their shots or we lose. They have to clear the point pretty quick because D.Va can't hold it. Um, so, but then, like, we're going to see, so I'll get to this in a bit, but we're going to see that, like, we picked Reinhardt just for the sake of simplicity, but I think it's good to see uh, what's going to happen and how, like, the evolution of, okay, maybe we can choose another tank over the Reinhardt if we're going to play this way. And we're going to see, like, why people will opt for Monkey or Orisa in this case. Um, so, but yeah, here. So we had talked about in the beginning of this match to like if we hold the choke right, our snipers aren't going to get any value. Our Hanzo will, but our Ashe really won't. So we want to let them in. So cool, we start here, and we had already said we're going to fall back early when they start pressuring. So this is just burning some resources, getting some on charge, and we fall back pretty quick. So we do that pretty well. And then we see they had Bash in. Like I was happy because that plays right into what we want to do. So awesome job backing up early. Okay. All right. So cool.
I was baiting the Rhine there. That's what it was.
I
I
was
wanted him to come at me.
I was like, Rav, how did this happen?
I was late because we called a different comp too close to the go time, and so I was running late. And so I tried to set up there at the bottom, and then I figured I would rotate at some point. And I did.
mean,
It was just with a Rhine following me.
yeah.
Calculated.
Yeah. I mean, there's plenty of time to make this rotation, if I'm going to be honest. Like, there's plenty of time for this rotation, even with a late call.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Up the stairs right now.
Defend objective A.
Like, there's plenty of time for that rotation, so, for sure. Like, you would be done with the rotation by now. back up, we back up. Cool. I'll take high ground with Phantom, get the off angle. Our Hanzo kills the Bastion in rotation. It works because they don't have anyone that can contest high ground except for Echo, and she is pressured because we have our Ashe, right? So like, this is what it looks like when we let them in and let our like win conditions work, right? Which is double snipers. Our snipers have really good positioning right now. 1 second. Alright. So yeah, everything looks good right now. I didn't need to drop there. Phantom. Did you get pressured by the Echo? Why did you drop? He just double jumps in the Narnia. Phantom, don't do this. Stay on high ground, please. Don't double jump into their tanks. Generally a bad idea. Ooh, jukes the Reinhardt. Yeah, stay on high ground. You and I both should have stayed. Not sure why I thought it. No, I think Laverne asked me to escort him to the Mega, I think. I think that's why I dropped. Cool. Yeah, so here they're just pressuring us a bit, which is fine. So here, they're allowed to walk in freely. Why do we think here? 2 reasons specifically. So where does everyone want to be optimally?
High ground,
Yep.
except for Laverne.
Uh-huh.
But our Hanzo is low ground inside a room, so he doesn't have free reign. But everyone else is where they should be.
Is D.Va where she should be? Where she could be.
No, she could be on top of box, trying to pressure from a different angle than the ride.
Yeah, absolutely. So I get pressured out, I think, because the Zarya pinchered me in the Mega, so I flew up here to get heals. But still, like, this is when, like, me and Hanzo being out of position allows them, because, like, you can look at their health, right? They're full HP, so they get free access onto this point. If we're playing ideally, they shouldn't just get free access to this point. They should have resources burned. Like, they're going to make a point because they're that kind of team. Like, Ryan Zarya, they're just allowed to walk on point with what we have. As long as they're grouped up. If they're grouped up behind Ryan Shield, they're fine. Because we can't really, well, if Hanzo was on HUD, it'd be a different story because like he would be able to shoot on top of them. But if they are able to make it wherever they want to command point presence, they can do that. But me and Hanzo not putting pressure allows them to get here pretty much unscathed, and that's bad. This should allow for a very hard time on our Reinhardt because if they knew what they were doing, they would just walk up to our Reinhardt. Like that's their goal. But because currently Hanzo's out of position, so like yeah, he's no factor. Like Zarya could straight up leave the Reinhardt and just go kill the Hanzo if she could, and then the rest of the team just march forward to kill the Reinhardt as fast as they can before Ashe can kill them. Is what should be their objective. Ignoring Bastion, like because they're playing Bastion dumbly, so I'm just ignoring Bastion. So like this looks very bad, and it is. But like the best we can do is again like we can't change our win condition. Our win condition is double sniper, so we need to somehow like our Hanzo needs to realize he needs to get back to high ground. That's what he needs to do. And then I need to keep finding off angles and if anyone's being like my job is to protect snipers and to find off angles which in turn protects Laverne because that takes pressure off of him. So let's see if D.Va or Hanzo corrects anything about themselves. So Laverne backs off like this, you should. So he's back on point, holding the opposite side. That's great because they have to walk to him. So our Ashe is getting pressured. Mercy flies over to Hanzo. I get the sentiments. But he's in a stupid position. He's in a stupid position, and if you're looking at the kill feed, he got killed by a Zarya. So, if you don't know where the Zarya is, you can't go for this. And I'm not sure by the time you GA'd if you did or not. Like whether she's backing up to go main or... Okay, so you're flying to me. That looked weird. I thought you were
Yeah, I
flying to
was
the
flying
Hanzo.
to I was flying to that side because I thought you guys were getting dove. Or something. I thought someone was up there attacking you guys because I saw Hanzo died. I was like, oh, someone must be over there. So
Yeah.
we jump over there.
Well, it's okay. So cool. So yeah, you're flying to me to heal me, but realize that again, this is like knowing. So like when you're supports, you want to be the person to heal or help or enable the person that your other support can't. Like you two are covering each other's weaknesses.
Yeah.
I'm right beside Rav, so no need for you to fly over. And plus, they have a bastion, right? So like,
Yeah.
can't just be flying over. And same for snipers. If they have snipers, can't just be flying long gaps like that.
Yeah.
So like, just realize where your healer is. I'm right beside. I'm right beside him. I'm fine. Like, I'm not peeking. You see, I'm not peeking until like I know I can get healed, right? So I'm not gonna like trust your teammate to make the smart decision and not suicide. Um, if they do, that's what will fix them out of you, and they'll get yelled at. So yeah, just here stick with Nox. Like it's all you can do. You can't help Ryan. Like you always, it's like don't ever get into the habit of thinking like Mercy is a pocket. She's not. She has other responsibilities, and that's to enable who is getting the value at the time. But at this point, you can't help Laverne. He's not on your side of points, so you can't go help him. You can't help Hanzo. He's in no man's land. You could go help me if there was no threat flying across, but I'm also right beside the other healer, so I'm fine. Anna's not being hurt at all. So like all your checklist is done. No one needs you. Just stick with the Asher.
It's okay. I get it. No one needs me.
Yeah, no. As a Mercy player, I understand. Alright, you leave as soon as he gets attacked by the Echo.
And I realized that I'm like, oh shit, and I go right back.
Yeah, but that could have a better Echo probably would have killed him. But he does. He lands a clutch shot to get the Echo to make the Echo screw off. So this is pretty bad. We're down a win condition here. We're down a win condition, and a win condition of theirs is being implemented right now. Does anyone see it?
A win condition of whose?
Of theirs.
Oh.
Bastion. He's about to set up in a place where he can take down our Ryan.
No, I think it's
Point
the
blank.
Echo.
You're both wrong, but good try.
It's
I mean,
the
then
fact
their
that the
it's
Rhine is right there in where he wants to be, on
Yeah,
point, and in
yeah.
the other Rhine's face.
Right. They are. Look at their Ryan's are like Laverne doesn't survive this mathematically. And like we let them into it's going to be extremely hard to stop them ever from getting to Laverne. But look at their health, right? They're unscathed completely. That's not what we want. They should be chipped at some like they should have some fear of God in them. Right now they have no fear in the world. They are full health. They can go destroy Laverne. Like that's their objective right now.
Yeah, and
Um,
also,
uh-huh.
we're down to DPS, so we
Yep.
don't really have much to do to them.
Right.
If their healers are paying attention and looking over that way, then
Yep.
they
Like-
just run us over.
Yep, exactly. Like that's it. They have everything in the world that should let them just dismantle our comp because we lost our Hanzo. So you know the win condition is take out one of their win conditions and keep enabling ours, and just like this is just where skill comes in. Nox just has to hit shots at this point. We have to hit shots and we have to keep Laverne alive. is all this is. So, like, we have to make, this is where you have to make plays, right? Either Ana hits a fat ante, Ana hits a nice sleep, Nox pops off and kills Nomura, Mercy, and Echo in one shot. Like, this is where plays have to be made here. So yeah, let's see what happens. All right, we mathematically do not win this fight. So Laverne charges away, which saves him from getting swung on immediately. He takes a little bit of damage. So like he's extending his life, but now he's he's being attacked. You can just see like he's just being surrounded, right? This is what it should feel terrible for him right now. Absolutely. That's why we can't have the foolish deaths. But Nox brings one back. He makes a shot, kills the Echo. Okay, cool. If we just last a little bit longer, we win this. Why? Why mathematically, if we last longer, do we win this fight now?
Because we have infinite healing resource, and they have a Moira.
We also have a res.
That's a good point. That's true as well.
Because eventually our DPS died first, so Phantom will be back before the Echo.
That's true. All those are really good points I didn't think about.
We have the high ground.
Yeah, we have the high ground. We're going to get damage in that they can't block, and not only that, they can't contest our Ashe. The only one that can is Bastion, and he's not in position right now. So if we just stave off the Bastion, we eventually just win this fight because our Ashe is completely uncontested. And Nox is going to hit these free shots on Mercy and Moira right here. Like, a good Ashe will just hit these shots, and Nox is a good Ashe. So, and he's being pocketed by Mercy, so they're all one shots. So, like, if we just last long right now, by very good Mercy. Very good Mercy. We should just, so again, just lasting a long time is what we're looking for here. Minimizing damage, lasting a long time, which our healers currently have been stellar, right? They're protecting, like we protected our Ashe, Rav's keeping Ryan up. So like a flaw in their plan is they can't contest, they have nothing to contest our healers. So like, we have the sustain, so we have like the tools necessary to survive and let Nox pop off. But I just want to point out, like, that's what we're looking for. Like, this, it's double sniper. These are greedy comps, right? That's Hanzo is a greedy comp. Hanzo Ashe is a very greedy comp. They have to hit shots, but that's what we're playing for. That's just what we're playing for. It's completely dependent on them, and the rest of us are literally just trying to survive. We're just trying to minimize damage and make opportunities as they come, all just so our snipers can have an easier time in life. So, cool. Good GA to me because you're safe. No one can hurt you there. So like it's fine to leave Ashe there, and also she's free because no one can contest her. So that's fine. I go mess with the Bastion because I don't want him to get set up freely onto our Reinhardts. And we keep pocketing Ryan. So like all of this chaos, right? Like this is we talk about misdirection a lot, right? You see how their brawl-ish comp is becoming scattered, and because of our a bit slightly more mobile comp than theirs, right? And we get to handle multiple jobs, and they can't really handle multiple jobs. So you can see we're breaking them apart here, and just again lasting long. And Nox ends up finishing off the Bastion. We get the Nano. They no longer have the DPS needed to take us out, and we outlast this fight.
Can we go back and look at how low he was when I hit that Nano? Because I was scared.
Oh my god, he's surrounded
95.
everywhere.
Yeah.
He was down to 95
Look at how much heals he's blocking though from the
195.
Moira.
Oh yeah.
This war's just
Big
spraying
It's
into
big
his
brain as
shield.
fuck. It's
Nothing's
big brain as
happening.
fuck, but
we
I
don't
just
we don't tell Laverne because he'll just yell calculated.
I knew the Moira would spray me mindlessly into the back of my shield.
Yeah, I mean Moiras do that.
Some Moiras might be used to the old way when it did actually was bugged and went through shields.
It did that.
That was a
I would-
thing?
I never played
Originally,
that way.
originally
Wait,
it healed
yikes.
through
That
shields.
was
Yes.
wait, that was a bug?
It was actually a bug. But
I thought it was
she was
intentional.
bugged for like a year.
That's
I thought that
crazy.
was intentional.
Yeah, no, it was actually it was in the bug fixes section. So
That's wild.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, look over this. Looks
I
like
didn't
this.
even realize that was changed, to be honest.
I want to watch this Ada though. She's getting dicked on by Widow.
oh, my
again.
nose was just briefly inside a cat's mouth, so that's fun.
Oh, that's so you're a furry now.
That's not.
Furries don't.
I'm only furry
fuck
adjacent,
animals.
Zine.
Wait, what? I heard two.
I'm not an actual furry. I'm just furry adjacent.
Furry
That
adjacent.
means That means
Yes.
he doesn't. He doesn't.
I
have
find
sex-
myself in the company of furries often.
Ah.
I'm not a furry.
No. I thought what you meant is that you like to have sex with animals, not people.
No,
dressed
no, no,
like
no, no.
animals.
That's a
That's a crime.
zoophilia.
This
Something like
Ana,
that.
this Ana is getting murdered. And I want to watch so bad.
Zoophile.
It's an Ana who's the trial.
Yep. Think she's Diamond and getting murdered by the same DPS duo. So
Oh, but she's playing Moira now.
because she was getting sniped by Widow, I'm gonna play Moira. Yeah, that's a pick. Okay.
feels good.
I
But
mean,
yeah, that way you have a
I-
shield.
A comfort pick is a comfort pick, man. I do it.
Yeah, just
That's why I eat cornbread.
True.
Whenever I'm being murdered, I just go grab some cornbread. I feel safe.
All right.
Okay.
Ooh, what a wide fade.
That was a very random fade, yeah. And spraying no one.
Jesus Christ, Nox popping off with all those
Yeah.
kills.
Like
there.
Nox is not going to miss a lot of shots when there's no shields and he's uncontested. That's why we have Phantom and Nox as DPS, because they freaking do their job. Set them up and they do their job. Alright, so the Bastion wisely swaps. So you can see who they're targeting now. Well, we left them on high ground for far too long, so I'm gonna go Sombra. We're gonna go Sombra Genji. Alright, so they've changed up their tactic. No more brawl, they're going after people. So like our thinking has to change. Like for me as Diva, it's like it was always to protect snipers, but you know when I see that they have Bastion, whomever, I don't remember their other DPS.
Wacko.
I'm just
Echo.
thinking, huh?
It was Echo.
Echo. Yeah, she really didn't do anything, but I don't remember.
She didn't.
She attacked Nox
didn't even
and
get
then
an ult.
died.
Ooh, that snipe. Sorry.
Be right back.
Cool. So yeah, they're going after our snipers and possibly our healers. So I'm just thinking, like, peel. Like, that's my job now. Like, Reinhardt is fairly safe here. More safe than usual. Because they don't have a front, like, any kind of DPS that will pressure him easily. Like, if Genji can go for him, then that's one of our snipers free to take the pressure off of Reinhardt. And then the other one's just a Sombra, which I can easily peel for a Sombra. So, like, we should be in relatively good shape here. But our thinking, like, just know, like, our thinking changes, right? Our Reinhardt should know that he can swing a bit more. And a DPS now need to have their head on a swivel.
Don't waste my time.
He tried the reload cancel. I know Rav wants to be here for this.
Wait, why are we looking at me? No, no, no! I've acknowledged it 100 times.
You don't nano anybody wrongly here, right? Because you don't have a. Oh, you fall. Oh no. Oh. Map
You
knowledge.
have died.
Wait, we have to watch it again?
We don't have to. You can close your eyes.
Feeling young again.
Look, at least I'm not pressing W trying to heal.
No, actually.
No, it's bad. It's really bad.
See, you W here for no reason. And then you realize you W'd, so you S keyed and jumped.
Whee.
If you just stood still where you were initially behind the cover, you were fine.
I was trying to jump over the corner. I knew it was there. I just timed it wrong. It's
Yeah.
a mechanics problem. It'll get fixed in practice.
Yeah, he's saying you could have just stood here the whole time and done the same
Yeah.
job.
100%. 100%.
Like,
All right, so now our Ash or Hanzo's, forgot who got the pick, hard work is now completely erased, and now we're down one. So we do not win this fight fair and square, right? So now we have to pull something, which I think we call for Bob, I believe, because point present, so that takes pressure off of our Reinhardt. So if he needs to step off point or at least get away from point. Like I don't think, well I guess Bob can touch right here, but I don't think if he's here, I don't think he's touching here. So like,
yeah, I think you're correct.
so like, it's fine. Like we always say we just like if you have to give ticks, especially this is a give tick situation. If we have to, like, that's fine. Use it as ticks are a resource. So we just like the Bob accomplishes point presence here that puts pressure on them from putting pressure on our Reinhardt. So like Bob relieves pressure off of Reinhardt if he so needs it, because he can go grab Mega and at least resources will be taken from the other team while they're on point because Bob will be shooting them. So like it just helps our Reinhardt for that duration. And then it gives our Ana just, that many more seconds to get back. And so, yeah, so the next ult we have coming up is mine, which I eventually, so, I use it after, I think I use it after Bob because I'm looking to see, like, you'll see, I see our Reinhardt getting pressured, so then I throw it, right? All we're thinking is sustain, right? That's all I'm thinking is make this fight last longer, and a big part of that is keeping our Reinhardt up. So Bob keeps him up, and then they pressure Reinhardt some more. I bomb, they keeps him up, right? And then, when conditions happen. So this time we have both our snipers, and they freaking do their job. So again, like Nox and like Pocket, Nox and Phantom, they're gonna do their job. If I didn't believe they could do their job, we wouldn't run double sniper.
Bob, do
Just
something.
walk into the lab's fire strike.
Yeah, so Genji top right, so I'm there peeling. The best I can anyway. So that's a mistake on you, Nox, for coach gunning off. There was no need to run, not when you have a Mercy and Diva pocket. So what I'm looking at, I'm analyzing, I want to look at what the effects of not having an Ana are, and our Reinhardt, his health just doesn't get regened, right, because normally that'd be the Ana's job. Mercy is, like, you can see Nox is hurt, Phantom's hurt, right, because
That's
Mercy
why
can't, yeah, no, the Valkyrie was totally the right call.
Yeah,
we
that's
don't
why
have our
Val
Ana.
was-
Yeah. Yeah, and she has to, right? Because she has to take care of all these people, which she couldn't if she was just, if she was not ulting. So, like, but this is what it looks like when our Ana's not on the field, right? People get chipped everywhere, and they're eventually just going to like, they don't need ults, they can just out-damage us now. They have the sustain, we don't. They get to just win over time. So, like, this is, like, I just wanted to snapshot this, because this is what it looks like when they have more sustain than you do. They're going to win over just by war of attrition. But Valk helps us even out the playing field a bit, and then still, like, we're 5v6. We have to make a play. We don't win this mono-a-mono. So, like, yeah, so we just have to make plays. So we heal our Reinhardt, cool. Or Hanzo, want to get Ryan, cool. Yep, and like, the Ashe isn't your fault at all. You either had to choose Ashe or Ryan, and honestly, yeah, choose the Ryan. He shouldn't have been on the low ground anyway. So that's more a positioning issue on him, but you go for the res. Awesome. So I'm on because you can see, like, I see Genji going for our Reinhardt, I see Reinhardt near our Reinhardt, Moira is there too. So it's just a tempo bomb just to relieve pressure. And also here, I think I hear Genji use dash, which is why I also bomb, because I know he can't get away from it easily. So we get the res off, great. So you can see, like, Ana is coming back. So we're almost ready to, and we're up. Like, we're getting our Ana back, and we got a kill. Like, we made a play, right? So really, that was actually a fairly heavy Mercy carry fight right there.
I was surprised. It felt like that took forever. So like watching this back for her to get back. Like, it
Well,
felt
she
like
takes
so
10
much
seconds to
happened.
spawn, and then probably another 10 to actually walk to point, at least.
It's
And that's not
Yeah,
including the rotation that she has to make if she wants to get anywhere decent.
Yeah, just I'm talking any sightline at all, 10 seconds minimum.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that fight could have gone really sour, but like people made plays. We vouched properly. We bobbed, which sustained our Ryan. Actually, let's look at. I want to see the effects of what Bob did.
Hey Docs, we're just talking about how much you carried so far.
I carried?
Yeah, but you carried
No,
that
I was
first
about to. I was about to ask how much I messed up.
So,
Bob's mostly shooting a shield, but he's keeping Ryan in
Yeah,
check.
that's the thing, right?
Like, Ryan's not swinging on Lav. So.
Exactly, because like he's half, right? If this Bob isn't thrown, because that Ryan was going for Lav, 100%. He was heading over there, then Bob was like, oh nope, right? So it stops Rav. Like Rav probably dies. That's 3 or 4 swings he's getting on Rav right now, on Laverne, and you can see like Moira's on him, Sombra's on him. Yeah, so that Bob saves Laverne here because they can't just freely swing on Laverne. Like Ryan
You're
couldn't.
welcome, Laverne.
Ryan couldn't have freely swung on Laverne here. So again, like it's for buying time for a win condition here. Of course, Laverne goes looking for trouble, but you know that's fine. But it was probably, I'm sure it was like it looked like it was the right play. I don't know if actually it was the right play. If anything, he should have done it sooner because Bob left at that point.
Yeah.
Then, especially does their Reinhardt have charge? No, so I don't know if he was tracking that. He's gonna say he was, but I'm sure he wasn't, because that's a 300. That's 300 damage that goes on to him,
You know him so well.
right? So it worked out, but I think in a better team he gets punished by that Reinhardt when that Bob leaves. Like if anything, he should have done that sooner, to where the Ryan can't countercharge because he gets hurt by Bob. So
Well, he would have been forced to, right? Because if he doesn't counterpin, then
he just gets
still
slung on.
He gets pinned up against the wall, and Bob kills him. Like, so it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, you might be right.
SBV fixed the gifter, by the way.
Did he? Did you tell
Yeah.
him?
I added him in.
Right for the win. That should be a free sub, man. So yeah, we can see, yeah, Bob ends up saving Laverne's life, and then the epic Valk that keeps us here longer, all for a play to happen, and for our honor to get back. And just real quick, I was saying, Nox, there was no reason to have the coach gun away here, because you're being pocketed by a D.Va and a Morris Mercy. So, like, just stand up and fight this Genji.
Do something.
Yeah, it's just a reaction.
Yeah. Because, like, falling to low ground here gets you killed.
If I could defend the coach gun, I think it was simply a matter of, well, he wasn't planning on coach gunning away. He just forgot that it's an equal and opposite reaction. He was just, I think he was
Happens a
trying to
lot.
just deflect the Genji away.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that happens to
Maybe.
me a lot.
Yeah, he just has to remember that it sends both of you in opposite directions. Because that could have easily set you off the map.
Yeah. So the Sombra, like you can tell, the Sombra calls that she hacks you, and the Genji ignores. He just straight up goes for you. So it was a dive call on them, and they get you. But if you're on high ground, Sombra never hacks you. And then you're near me, so Genji probably doesn't freely go for you. And our Mercy's Valking, so you still live as well. But we get the res off. Our Ana is close to being back, and we got a kill. So like, we turn that fight around. Again, we were 5v6. Plays have to happen. So take an off angle. Laverne gets charged. I assume he has charged up. He just missed a counter charge. They go off the map. So still bad. We don't have a point presence now. This means we don't have a point presence. So again, we need something, or they horribly misplay this.
Faster than us.
It's a big hit on the Zarya there.
Use it. I think they call that in a go.
Yeah, because
Okay.
the Zarya like doesn't even want to get on point because of it.
Yeah, so they finished him off. So yeah, we still had. Actually, not gonna lie, completely forgot Phantom was over there. But which is good because he's been doing his job like silently. All right, he hasn't been in the kill feed, but he's obviously over there pumping in damage. And he hasn't gotten any. Like they completely left him alone. So like that's why I forgot, which is good. So he's been silently doing his job. So yeah, we luckily wore them out in overtime. That was a huge Sonic by Phantom.
Dude, it was fucking 42069 brain.
Cool, so we get reset up. Orion's on here, but that's fine. We're playing on point anyway, so this is extra time for him to get back. Yeah. I thought that was fun.
What happened?
Spy check the founder.
Spy checker and choke. Alright. So we see this rotation. Or at least we know they're there.
60 seconds.
We see the rotation. We rotate. Awesome. Great. Don't stay there, Taco, please. Like, run away, Simba, and never return. Like, yeah, we call that rotation, and we just leave immediately. Good peel on the Hanzo. I'm not sure what the more is over there. But yeah, like, the rotation is really nice, really clean. Everyone's where they need to be. Ashe is in a good spot. She's near me. Genji can't freely contest her. Mercy's always going to be able to get to you, so you're in Mercy's line of sight. You're also in Ana's line of sight just for funsies. So that's a really good rotation by you, Nox, and Phantom was already over there. Ana's over there. Like, everyone rotated away, and you can see like their job was to get our Ashe off of a high ground. Okay, she just went to another high ground, which is why high ground here is so good, right? You can see it's surrounded on 4 sides. So like their rotation really didn't accomplish anything. And that's because their lack of high ground pressure, which is why I stress it so much. Like, all they have is Genji. So no matter what, we control high ground. No matter what. So this rotation just fails. So it was really good for us. You can see this Genji does fat fall. Right. So this, but well, we can see you'll be returning the favor.
60 seconds.
But Nox, you should be thanking Rav real quick for this. Oh yeah, please be healing Nox. Genji's so dumb.
Oh
That
my
shot.
god, thank you, Rav.
That shot, dude, just saves you. But don't worry.
That shot, the shot on the Genji isn't even meant for the Genji.
I wanted to point out that it looked like it was a miss, essentially like an intercept, but wasn't gonna say it.
I'll say it. Fuck it.
Cool. And yeah, they could take Hut, Nox, awesome rotation back to the other high ground. Like, they can't do anything. So when you see these comps, again, it's still so important to realize what they can and can't do. So you do it naturally, but you know, like we could have identified this earlier and just have set it in comms, and we would have had to figure it out, right? We could just know that this is what we're going to do. They can't. You can see they can't do anything. You can see that.
My
So we
second
just
fall comes here sometime here soon too.
Alright.
Yep. Here it comes.
Okay. This is just Phantom. I know we called this. We called this rotation. So should have left a lot sooner. You're not gonna burst down a Rhine shield by yourself. Alright, and so unfortunately we just lose to a Genji Blade, which is oh no. Yeah. But you falling there, unless you hit a nasty sleep, we weren't gonna survive that.
I think I missed
What
the sleep.
could we have done better? I think Genji obviously wants to blade squishies. We have nothing for it. Like we can't kite it in any way at all.
Yeah. I mean, you do have dragon.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah, throw dragon and run through the dragon.
Yeah,
Was my first thought.
it's not the first time something like that would have been tried.
Yeah, so oddly enough, it could have worked, especially here. We could have made this our path to run along, and dragon this path while Genji was blading, and kill him while the dragon's around, and we sit in the dragon and kill the Genji. Is one. Unorthodox, right? But those are things you have to do. We also have Shatter, but Ryan's not around for the Shatter because Genji's going to obviously blade up top. Something else we could do is farm, like call that they have blade. Next time we can farm Bob and also throw Bob wherever he blades as well.
You
Like-
could also drop to your Rhine if that's the issue. If he's blading on high ground, then get to low ground with your Reinhardt, so that if he drops onto you, kill you, then you shatter him.
That would be okay for everyone but Ana.
Fair.
So, which again, like, this is suboptimal comp against the Genji. Like, he's going to win with Blade. So, like,
Yeah.
it's something where you might consider Ana's just an acceptable sacrifice here. There certainly isn't an optimal way, but these are all things next time we're in this situation we can consider. Look at what ults that were coming up. Do we need to farm for something? Like, we can shatter the blade, but Ryan's on point, so that means we have to bait him 2 point. Which everyone else is fine with. Everyone on this comp is fine with going to point except for Ana. So, like, maybe we just have Ana off in Narnia. So if Genji wants to blade Ana, okay. That's the only kill he gets. It's something we could do. Just severe, like, just off angle on Ana just somewhere else that's not near the team. Which really is all of up here. Like, everyone could have just gone to the Reinhardt and Ana can just stay up here. And Genji just has to make a choice. Who does want to blade the team or does want to blade Ana? Is something we could do. We could farm Bob and throw it wherever the Genji is and huddle around Bob. Or we could do the weird dragon trick. So those are options that we could have done. But all things considering, excellent Volskaya A-hold. Like, there were
Wait.
2 fights that were we were 5v6 and we pulled out because we were patient.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Yeah, you stole at least 3 fights.
Yeah. Like, they very well could have taken that on the first point, first attack.
At first, when you said Great Volskaya A-hold, I thought
Oh
you
my
said
God.
Great Volskaya A-hold. I was like, what?
Would I be wrong though?
Objective B.
What went wrong with that?
I said, would I be wrong though?
Oh.
Like, with this team, that statement somehow fits. So many statements fit with this team that shouldn't, but hey, this is where we are. So something to realize, and I think, like, we were all tracking, and we're in the situation of we know for sure that they have tank ults, and we know for sure that they have EMP, and I assume we tracked the support ults because we just didn't see them. So like so I remember I had called that we have to bait out ult early because they have 5 ults. Like we have 6, but if they're able to, like, if we just let them walk on a point and they all press Q, they win. They have EMP, the strongest ult in the game. So we can't let them just get the point for free. We have to win this fight before the point. Either win this fight before the point or die so early that we bait our ults, die, they get 2 ticks, but we still get to recontest. Are our only 2 options. And so I had called to Bob early and go in with the Bob to force reactions out of them, right? To force them to... I was hoping to bait out EMP. It was like my only hope was that we baited out EMP. That was my fear. So we ult early so we can force out a response and keep putting pressure, right? Because I fully, like I say, go in with the Bob because, like, again, I want to bait out EMP, so I'm fully aware that we're probably going to die. But if we die, we get a recontest because we died when they're not contesting point. So that was my thought process here. So like when you're faced with like a lot of ults, just know that if you let them walk on a point, they're going to win. Especially with something like EMP. If you're matching ults, it's different, but they have EMP, you're no longer matching ults because guess what? You can't press Q if they EMP. We are a split comp, so like it's hard to get the EMP, but still, our Ryan's going to die, and we really need our Reinhardt here. So I had called for that plan. I'm not sure what rest followed. I would assume because we did a lot of splitting with Dragon. I would assume Dragon was afterwards. And also pressure Ryan shield for shatter, and then we always wanted to nano the Ryan after the shatter, so he can build his next shatter when they got up, and then I was gonna be close to bomb. So like we had the tools to last. We just had to do everything. You know, we had to just do it in a manner that staggered our ults out with theirs, if we wanted to win this without giving a tick. So. Go Bob early. They grab him, which I was like, okay, that's not what I wanted, but it's fair. So we get one ult out, and we got one ult out before. One, we didn't take we took no casualties. We used an ult and got an ult out, and they didn't even get the point. So like objective A is done. That's great. All right, so now I'm worried about EMP, but luckily their Sombra decloaks for some reason and tries to farm our Ana. One, Ana, be on high ground. Don't be on point. Your support, you never want to be on point. If you can help it. So be on the high ground here. But Sombra stupidly decloaks, so I just go contest her because I don't want her to EMP. Like, if I can force her out. So this is a mistake on their part that we capitalized on, because after that, I see her translocate, I say go in. So again, like Sombra Tracer, it's kind of the same thing, right? If you see Sombra or Tracer recall or translocate, you can go hard because they're out of the fight for a bit, especially Sombra. So like I consider this a 5v6 or a 6v5, so I say we go in, right? So just realize like when Sombra translocates out, that's when you go. And that's all what Sombra Goats was about. Was a lot of the times was when they got the Sombra out, they went hard because now it's 6v5. So that was a lot of Sombra Goats there. So here we get aggressive. And we do a lot of work in this time period before Sombra gets back. So we call it a pressure Ryan, like huge anti on the Ryan. Call it a pressure Ryan, break his shield, like we're going for him, right? So, but I hear Ganty, so I leave our Ryan, but I know our Reinhardt's fine. Like their Ryan's one, they're not like Laverne is okay, and even if he dies, if we trade the Ryans, we're fine. So cool. We traded Ryans, but we took out... No, their Ryan still survived, so that's not good. But we get those Zarya, the EMP, and so I call to LOS, right? Like, just leave, right? Because they haven't started capping point, so that's huge. They have... so we can LOS all of this because they're not gaining anything. They EMP'd way too early. They're not going to gain anything. They're going to gain map control, so fair enough. Like, if that's what they want, then they get that. But we're happy to let them have the map control here. But as far as like progress on the point, they gain none of it because they EMP'd far too early. So just LOS here. Just LOS and let your resources come back, whether that be people like Reinhardt or cooldowns or whatever we're needing, or building up ults, right? But there's no need to force this fight. Remember, we're not a comp that wants to force anything. Our comp is a slow comp over time, right? So just let it work. And so like there's no need to beat our heads against the wall here. Just play slow. Just chill out and play slow. Always remember what your comp wants to do and play in that. And here, Phantom and Nox off angle. There's no need for you two of you to be together. You're far less efficient this way. Probably you want the Ashe off angle here so that you can get the dynamites. So you could have gone to the left, that left bridge, and gotten some angles onto them for dynamites here. So now Rav, you get to thank Nox.
What the fuck?
This is also why you want high ground. Ana. Oh no! Oh, okay.
Rav?
Thank you. Thank you for killing the Moira.
Oh,
Nox.
you're welcome.
You could have just said thank you for repaying your debt. That would have been sufficient.
I mean,
True.
do we go back and look at all of the clutch shots and all like?
Let me
I
get some
keep our-
glory.
I keep our fucking Rhine alive. I keep that asshole alive way longer than he should, so that you guys can get shots off. Okay. What is our Rhine doing in the enemy backline? It's cool, guys. I got you. Just keep making shots. Like.
we don't talk about it.
But yes, thank you for saving me there.
So look how beneficial that fight was for us. We got out EMP, Cole. They did use grab, but now for some reason they, I guess, tilted on the Winston. I don't know. I mean, I would have, right? Because the snipers are eating our lunch. So yeah, someone's got to deal with it. They're probably screaming at each other. We have 2 flankers and we can't kill the snipers. I'm going to do it myself. And yeah. So yeah. And we only used 1 ult. So that happened simply because, well, they messed up, but also that's what attacking first does. We attacked first and forced a response out of them. And they grabbed the Bob, cool. And then, like, we didn't just let it happen. We then, okay, we used 2 ults, but Nox already has half of those next one. But then, like, we responded again afterwards. Like, we knew that they wanted EMP. We knew that's what they wanted to do. So we kept making them react to what we wanted to do. And so we threw the dragon and we pushed that Reinhardt, right? Make them have to respond to what you're doing. Don't let them initiate the fight. That's what won us that last fight. We should have lost. They have EMP. It's GG. Like, against any decent team, having EMP is just GG. But we didn't we didn't give them the opportunity to use EMP how they wanted it to, right? So attack first. I'm telling you, that's what you got to do. Don't let them set up what they want to set up. So now we have ults. We drained a lot of their ult bank. Yeah, they don't have anything that we really care about right now. We probably know that they're close to Blade, but that's about it. So, what does the Winston swap mean? We know that he's going to be looking to dive our squishies. So, again, like, what does that mean for everyone involved? Ryan, like for Ryan, it means, well, it's just model me and their Ryan I'm okay with that. Right? No off tank to worry about. For D.Va it means, well, I just gotta peel. Like, just keep Monkey in check. Again, like, D.Va has a lot of responsibilities now. There's Monkey, there's Genji, there's Sombra. So D.Va just needs to, gotta pick her fights, like, see who's the biggest threat and go deal with it. Same for Mercy, right? Mercy has to choose whether to help someone or not, and possibly she may have to let someone die. They outnumber us in the flankers and heals and like peels department, right? We have 2 peels, they have 3 attackers. So like if all of them attack separate people, like theoretically someone is left to die. We have to make that decision. Like mathematically, it rarely ever happens like that. Usually it's a dive onto one person, but if that has like that's the scenario is that, right? They outnumber us and we have to pick and choose our fights here. But Mercy and D.Va, yeah, we're just focused on peeling. We don't have to focus anymore on really keeping our Rein up, because there's no one attacking our Rein except for the enemy Reinhardt. So, like our job is mostly from the beginning. It was pocket Reinhardt to pocket DPS and pocket supports, pocket Arana. So like the game has changed, so you need to be realizing like the fluidity and when they change the fluidity of the game and when they change comps, what that means for us as a whole, like our playstyle going forward. So.
Smoke 'em out of there.
uh, So Monkey setting up. Sombra went the long way around. That's fine. Yeah, that's whatever. So that's what we're looking for at the moment. We should be asking, where's Monkey, where's Genji, where's Sombra, is what should be going through our minds right now. We know where Monkey and Genji are, but we don't know where Sombra is, so just need to be extra careful. And so, yeah,